You've seen Dean Baxendale on this show before because he's a publisher, but he also, as a publisher, gets around the world. He's just got back from Washington, and we are talking about Trump, tariffs, and so many people in Canada saying the sky is falling. Is it a fall?
Again, is the sky falling? No, it isn't. You know, we're seeing Donald Trump come in. It's at a time when we need to revitalize our industries. We need to bring in a regime where America's moving forward, North America's moving forward. We need a renaissance, we need a revolution in industry, and we need to be able to compete globally. We need to repatriate our supply chains in the area of pharmaceuticals, industrial products, our weapons. We need to defend ourselves. We need to be vibrant as an economy, and Donald Trump is going to bring in those kinds of elements with a free market approach in the United States.
And so we're going to have to adapt, but it's going to be painful. So many people now are saying, you know, Canada, the industry is just going to fall apart. Is that going to happen? Or are we going to have to revitalize no matter what?
Never. Canadians are a resilient bunch. The CEOs, the entrepreneurs here, they're not going to take this as an obstacle. They're going to look for the opportunity and try to move forward, move the business forward, invest in their technology, invest in automation, and we're going to compete on a global scale, as we always have.
So maybe it's just the people who are writing for the mainstream news, which is not surviving but for the government subsidies, and they like government subsidies. Maybe they're just saying, you know what, we need to keep this kind of industry going in Canada where everybody's paid by the government.
We shouldn't be doing that. And there's only one taxpayer, Stephen, and those taxpayers can't afford to safeguard everybody's career.
So for those people who are saying, the economists and all the experts, they're saying that we cannot withstand tariffs, to that you say, baloney. It may be tough medicine, but we need it and we can do it.
I don't think Donald Trump is going to implement those tariffs. I think the Canadian government is going to do its part with respect to looking at the fentanyl crisis in Canada and our role in it. And I think ultimately Trump recognizes that we also supply 30% of their energy, imported energy in the United States. They'll freeze without Canada. So we have a lot of bargaining chips here as well. And they also need our uranium to power the nuclear revolution.
So it's not just Canada there with its hand out, please help us. A lot of American industry is going to say, we need stuff from Canada, so don't slap the tariffs on them.
Absolutely. Donald Trump wants to make us the 51st state. That's not going to happen because Canadians like you and me and others, we're going to fight for our country, fight for our resources, and continue to put our place in the world economy.
The verb you just used, though, was fight. And so many people in Canada are saying, we aren't fighters anymore.
I think times necessitate us to bring up our game.
Dean Baxendale, we're going to find you a riding. You should be in government. Thanks very much. 3 minutes. To those of you who have subscribed and donated, a heartfelt thank you. You're keeping us on the air. If you're watching and you haven't, please try to do so, because 4 years ago we started this show because there needed to be independent analysis. Now more than ever, with the Online Harms Act. Once that gets into law, it's been passed once by the House, there are going to be hundreds of bureaucrats censoring the news in Canada, censoring this show. We need to keep it on the air. Thanks for your support.